Hello friends, best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. We start our translation from Petri dish. With caterpillars. Today we will be talking about butterflies, about night moths. We start from the small moths, which are sitting here in Petri dish, and later we just gather some audience. I will show you more interesting bigger caterpillars, bigger pupae, bigger moths. What are caterpillars here? Not many people like these caterpillars because they're slightly dangerous. Dangerous not for humans, but for our products. And these are caterpillars of Indian meal moth. They're already nearly fully grown. We're feeding here on raisins. Quite many of them, maybe 30 in number. They're crawling here. They're making some kind of nests. They're feeding on different food material in your kitchen. So that's why we'll be talking about them like pests. But for entomologists, a subject of study, subject of discussion, subject of video. So that's why I can show you and tell you how to get rid of them, what to do with them, how to avoid them. So can you manage them? Yes, you can. But can you attract them to your kitchen? Yes, for sure. Because in your kitchen you keep different food resources, some dry plants, some dry raisins, dry fruits, dry vegetables, plants. So and everything is attracting these moths. Even some cereals, some dry bread, different material from bread are very attractive to these caterpillars. And these caterpillars are named Indian meal moth. Actually, moths were not so dangerous. Caterpillars are dangerous. Because caterpillars were just larval stage of moths. These moths are pretty common. They have global distribution. Originally it was found in India, so that's why it's named Indian meal moth. But now it's has a global distribution. So this is cosmopolitan distribution. In a big city, in a small village, you can find them easily. Or to be precise, we will find you. We will find your food resources. We will find your raisins. We will find your food stuff, especially dry food stuff. Best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Join our channel. Today we will be talking about caterpillars. Today we will be talking about different moths and butterflies, and about beetles, about roly-polies, which are not insects. We start from caterpillars. These are Indian meal moth. They're sitting in Petri dish. We are not feeding them we are not feeding them to our insects, but they can be food material for some ants, because this is a laboratory culture. We're trying to escape, so I must be careful with my brush to keep them inside, because they're nearly fully grown. So when they become fully grown, they have feature behavior to find new place to hide somewhere on your shelves in your kitchen, or maybe even in your dining room. They're crawling far away from food resources. So that's why you can find just flying moth in your dining room, in your kitchen, everywhere in your house, because caterpillars are crawling very fast and very quickly escape the place of a infestation. If they infest your food, you can hide in some other safe places, because this is a very useful feature of behavior to spread everywhere in different places to find some safe place. That's why we are crowding and we are not pupating in one place with food. Food can be checked, destroyed, thrown away, so material can be destroyed. Insects will die, but if they spread around, they can pupate in some hidden places somewhere around. You will not never think about it. Some pupa you can find in your dining room or far away from your kitchen. Caterpillars infesting different food products. And actually, the most important part for infestation, this is a adult stage. Because adult stage moths are flying very quickly and we're spreading eggs in different places. You can drop place on food material in your kitchen. And small caterpillars will penetrate some packages with closed food. Moths are pretty small, about wingspan about 14-20 millimeters. This is Indian meal moth. Indian meal moth, we are feeding on different plant material. This species attacks a wide variety of foodstuff, particularly those of vegetable origin. The known diet of these moths includes grain in its products, dried fruit, dried vegetables, all kinds of nuts, as well as oil seeds, oil cake, soybeans can be infested and eaten, cocoa beans, chocolates, spices, pulses, and even some plant drugs based on plant material. And now we're sitting and feeding on raisins. Very sweet, very suitable place for their development. These larvae, these caterpillars can survive on any dry manufactured byproducts of any combination of any of our foods. So it can be different food material with chocolate, with raisins, with dry plants, with nuts, everything else. Caterpillars will become fully grown in about 2 weeks or up to 2 years, depending from the temperature. And actually, they are fouling the foodstuff with a lot of excrements. You can see here small frass, small damaged pieces of raisins, and a lot of dust of rust or excrements. And also just a lot of silken material, silken web, which caterpillars spin. We are damaging a lot of different food material. Where we are coming from? We are coming from the wild. We are coming through window in spring, autumn, summertime, or maybe warm winter if you are living in a warm climate. And of course we are coming from your neighbors if you are living in an apartment, because we are pretty often making infestation of different apartments, so they become synanthropic species. These moths and these caterpillars are living together with humans in their apartments, in kitchen, in food store, in shops with different food material. Originally, Indian meal moth thrives in warm climates, especially very common in tropical and subtropical regions, but now they are distributed globally, especially as synanthropic species living together with humans and feeding on different food material. Have you seen this moths in your kitchen? Probably yes. Some people can say, I have no moth in my house, but there are some moths in kitchen, because moths belong to different groups. Some moths eating your furs, your clothes, but these moths are eating your food. Food in your shop, in your kitchen, in your supermarket, whatever they are found, can find this food. Have you seen them? Write in comments. They belong family Pyralidae. Family Pyralidae. Size of caterpillar is about 10 millimeters size. Length some of them escaping from a petri dish, so I need to take them and bring them back. We are damaging grain, flour, cereals, dry fruits, dry vegetables, different confectionaries, spices, drug material, plant material, all kinds of nuts. The low level of development is temperature about 15 degrees Celsius. So after that, the development is becoming very slow. They can be becoming not frozen, they are not dying, but developing very, very slowly during not 1 month, but during 1 year. And that's why you can think that they died. No, they're just in kind of sleeping. They're wintering. One female of moth can lay from 300 up to 400 eggs. That's why infestation of food material can be huge. They're spinning their web everywhere, so food becoming destroyed with frost and with silky web. They're not dangerous for humans. If you can feed them, if you can eat them, no problem about it. Of course, my food material should be washed, cleaned. They're not making any damage for humans. They're not poisonous. Nevertheless, they are dangerous for food because they're eating it and destroying it. How to get rid of them? More or less very easy. Freeze them. Freeze your material under the temperature -10, -20 for 2 days. All eggs, larvae, caterpillars and pupae and adults will die after 2 days of freezing in a refrigerator. Or you can heat them in microwave or in oven. So all adults, all stages, all larvae, eggs and adults, pupae will die after heating. So two different ways how to get rid of them: heating and also freezing. In normal temperature, +5, +10, maybe we can survive for a certain period of time in a refrigerator, but in a freezer, under the temperature -20, we will die all. How moths looks like, I can show you. You can control them in your supermarket using different pheromone traps. This is a pheromone trap, and these are moths. Glue it on pheromone trap. This is Indian meal moth, Plodia interpunctella. Plodia interpunctella, Indian meal moth. Size about 10 millimeters length. Has a very specific coloration. Greenish basal part of wings and brownish top part of wings, like here. You see top brownish and basement basal part is just silver shining, and also with some tiny brownish band in the middle part of wings. Why I glue it here? Because this is a pheromone trap. These are all males. We're attracted by female pheromone, so we glue it on this glued surface with pheromone. We didn't come here all together in one day. We came here on trap radially. I opened scotch which was closing this trap part by part, so we were coming radially maybe during 1 year. So I made a collection more than 50 males here. This pheromone trap is useful for monitoring of population of Indian meal moth in shops, in supermarkets, in food stores, in seed stores, in farmer stores, because we are damaging seeds pretty successfully. But with pheromone trap you can control the appearance of Indian meal moth in food store or seed store, and make some measures such as application of some gas, about fumigation of stores, or some application of insecticides. Okay, these are our seed meal, our Indian meal moth. But today I promised to show you some other cultures. I'll show you not only moths but also some other living creatures. For fun I have many of them. For beginning I show you small creatures. Who are these? Who are these small creatures? Write in comments if you know them. Are they insects or are not insects? Who are these small creatures? Write in comments. I'm translating this video from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. These creatures are living in terrarium. We are feeding on plant material. We have here some smaller larvae. You see here tiny small creatures. These are the progeny, tiny kids, children of these creatures, and they are not insects. They have more legs than insects. They have segmentation. How to feed them? Quite easy to feed them with some material from from tea packages. If you use just herbal tea, you can feed them with herbal tea, with dry herbal tea. With some small fragments of plants. We will select what we want, because we are feeding on plants. Who are these creatures? These are terrestrial crustaceans. These are isopods belonging to crustaceans. This is class Crustacea. Order Isopoda. Species probably Porcellus caber. They have size about 10 millimeters, flattened body, segmentation. They have terrestrial breathing system. They have special pseudotrachea, special breathing tubes, not only with gills, like marine crustaceans and freshwater crustaceans, but we have pseudotrachea, so we breathe in by air, despite we are crustaceans. We have kind of a pseudo-social behavior. We like to be in groups. We have here small larvae. Development of these creatures is tiny crustaceans, quite long. Females laying eggs, and eggs are developing approximately 1 month, and 2 stages of larvae, about 2 months, and 2 stages are under very tiny care of females. Females are taking care of them and carrying them on their body in special rearing sac on the body. Full development from egg up to fully grown crustacean takes about 100 days, and these adults of these crustaceans, which name is Pollies, common name is Polly or woodlices, and single one is a woodlouse. So sometimes woodlouse big one, but in many cases we have a small one. Woodlice are very nice. Some species are living in semi-dry areas like Portugal and Spain. Some southern species we are very attractive. They have yellow and orange coloration. They are subject of collecting, subject of trade, so you can buy them on the internet. But these species I collected in the nature, so this is natural. I collected it from natural population in Kyiv in Ukraine. I collected in the center of city. They are living under stone, a little bit beneath the ground, under leaves. So and they are appearing in after the sunset, during the dull period with low light. Yes, that's right. These are terrestrial crustaceans. These are isopods. They are very peaceful. They are not dangerous at all. You can take them in hands, keep them in between fingers, so they're not stinging. Very peaceful. But if you have small terrarium, they can easily escape. So because they're crawling very well, especially on dirty surfaces. On smooth surface, it will be difficult for them. You can touch them easily, so you can see here small larvae. So they're not bad, they're very beautiful, very funny. Like around, they have kind of social behavior. We like to be together. Very peaceful. Everything is possible. Someone is observing for us. Their size about 10 millimeters. They can breathe by air. They do not live in water, so they're afraid of water, but they like humid conditions. So some species live in dry areas like Spain, but some prefer some areas with wet conditions. So humidity should be high, so that's why they can live in houses somewhere underground. Sometimes they can be made bathroom, even in toilet, or just on the floor if you're living in a village. Because we are coming from some hidden places in soil from outside, so we can hide in some wet areas. To avoid them is just to dry the air in the house using some drying machine. We do not like living in dry conditions. Quite easy to avoid them. So we see we have no competition between them. We have no cannibalism. We're not feeding each other. After mating, female is bringing eggs on the bottom of your belly for 2 months with larvae, and then later small larvae are just free crawling around. Female is taking care for eggs, and then for 2 stages of larvae. You see here small white creatures. These are tiny larvae, maybe already 3rd stage. We have about 4 and 5 stages of development. The adult of this creature can live up to 3 or 4 years, quite a long time. In laboratory conditions, it's quite difficult to recognize because it seems like the population is growing, then just developing slowly. Difficult to recognize their age. Sometimes population become quite big, but when reduced slowly. So maybe some specimens are pretty old, up to 3 or 4 years. For crustaceans, it's quite a long age. So they prefer to live in some wet rooms, in some cavities, under leaves, under stones, some crevices between stones. So very, very common, even in the city, with cement roads. So they're living in some crevices. They're hiding during the daytime, they appear in, crawling just night time, searching for food, searching for small pieces of plants. Because they have no protection, they're very soft, can be easily damaged, so that's why we prefer night activity, nocturnal crustaceans, nocturnal creatures. Hide in daytime, and crawl in nighttime, or in a dull time, before complete sunset, when they are visible. Some of them can make a kind of roll, that's why they are called roly pollies, but this species not making rolls. Hello to our visitors, hello to Dublin. So they are roly pollies, but no, we are not making rollies. They are like flattened, they are like turtles. But it's also helpful for them to squeeze in some crevices, to hide somewhere. You can see how many legs they have. 6 pair of legs. And the frontal part we have antennae. And then on the distal part we have tiny cerca. We have head, eyes, and kind of a mouth parts with mandibles. But we are not biting, we are not stinging, and we are not poisonous. Some species quite colorful, yellowish, grayish, even some of them we have color like orange color. But you see some of them very soft, must be careful. So this one is tired. If you keep them for a longer time in dry petri dish, they will die quite easily after 1-2 days, even with food. In dry petri dish they will die quite soon. Some specimens they have gray surface because they're changing sometimes their skin. They're molting. They take off their skin. Others they will eat this skin. They grow a little bit. Especially it's specific for larvae. But even adult stage should make molting from time to time. They're very docile, very careful, very obedient, not dangerous. Easy to make their culture in terrarium, easy for observations, very cute and very funny. And the population is growing quite well if you keep them on a good substrate. Substrate can be done from different dry plants, from old leaves, even from some tiny dissected pieces of plants, and even from substrate from tea packages. the easiest substrate from tea packages. Just melted plant materials, small crushed pieces of plants, quite useful for them. Can be used as a substrate and can be used as a food. So they're very important for creation of soil in natural conditions, because we are feeding as destructors of plants, especially of leaves. So that's why we're creating frass, but also we're creating soil. We see here in the central part small larva, large adult, tiny larva, tiny small larva which has whitish coloration, crawling on the surface of others. Now we you can see two larvae. Okay, after Pollies, we have someone else. Today we have third specimen of our moth, which is growing in our laboratory. I have next imaged specimen of Hawkmoth. Now this is the time to show you this Hawkmoth. Tell you the story about that. Where is Hawkmoth? She's sitting here. Yes. Deathhead moth. Acherontiatropus. You think she's not alive? No, she's alive. Very well. I put my Pollies back to the house in terrarium. So we need some care. Here I keep in cage two specimens of deathhead moth Acherontiatropus. One. Next one is here with damaged wings, and one is somewhere else. One is here. You see here a little bit. Let's start from the big one. It's quite easy to show you if they're not active. Who knows, they will active or not. So deathhead moth belonging to the family Sphingidae of Hawkmoths. Possible to communicate with her easily, but this is a male, so this is him. You can recognize the skull. You can see the picture. You can see the eyes, big facet eye, legs, and the hairy body. And picture of skull. He's quiet, fortunately, because if he will be very active, he can escape flying around. But at least if he is quiet, we can show you two eyes. One eye is here, and both other side is eye as well. Antenna. You touch insects, he's not very happy. If he likes, he is crawling very well. He can even fly already because he's already 2 days old. He emerged 2 days ago. Start. Turn around to show you a picture. So you can recognize the death head moth. I cannot show you abdomen because wings are closed. You see here abdomen, yellowish in stripes, and yellow second pair of wings. What's about another specimen? So here, fully grown wild specimens. And today I got another one, which is fully grown but not so happy. I can show you another one. This is also male, but with slightly damaged wings. Because wings are not fully grown. Why? Because pupa was slightly damaged. Eyes, antennae, wings, everything is the same, but wings are not grown. Pupa was damaged a little bit, slightly flattened, so that's why during the growth of wings not became fully flattened. You see here wings not fully grown and curved. Slightly damaged, but it's essential if he would be in natural conditions. So he will not survive because he cannot fly. This specimen emerged this night, 5 a.m. morning time, in darkness. I woke up to take some photos. Others were sleeping, but this tiny male was born this morning. You see, fully growing male is becoming more active. This is more like a make noise if we want. But now we're not making noise, we're just growling. You see, this is a disabled specimen. This is normal one. When it's very active, he's making buzzing by wings very actively. Thank you for smiles, thank you for likes. Don't forget to write comments, don't forget to press likes. It promotes our video, promotes our channel, and don't forget to subscribe, because maybe you've never seen this funny moths, because they're pretty rare. Quite difficult to find them in nature. They are not common for light traps, coming quite rarely in comparison with another sphinx moth. Some other species like Agrilus convolvuli, Delephila elpenor can come to your light trap, but this one is coming very rarely. Quite rare species. This is in Europe. They cannot survive, cannot hibernate in Europe. It can come to European countries from Mediterranean region, from North Africa, from Turkish Republic, from area of Turkey. Can make one generation in summertime. In Europe, fly far away up to Finland, to northern areas as well. But pupa cannot survive in the winter because pupa is hibernating underground in soil without cocoon, as all sphinx moths do. And pupa cannot survive in the winter time. Temperature below 10 Celsius degree. Pupa is freezing and dying. We are observing male of deathhead moth Acherontiatropus family Sphingidae. Antennae, mouth parts, big facet eyes, and nice hairy legs, hairy tarsi, hairy femora, tibia, and tarsal segments with claws. You see how he's keeping, he attached very well with some spores, some tibia with very long spores, which are helpful because adults moths were feeding on some fruit juice, on juice of plants. Sometimes we can eat even some honey. We can penetrate the guards of beehives because of the pheromone smell. We can come to beehive and can steal a little bit honey. We are not efficient stealers of honey. We are occasional stealers of honey in beehives because they are very rare. But beekeepers afraid of them and don't like them because they think that they are coming and stealing a lot of honey. No, they steal little bit honey because this is a very rare specimen, rare species which is not very common. I guess probably very few beekeepers have seen them during their lifetime. Some beekeepers never seen them. This is just prejudice. How did the image from pupa? And I can show you pupa with this moss. You see here just shells of pupa. All three recently imaged moths, hawkmoths, with skins of caterpillars before pupation, and some dust, because during emergence from pupa, hawkmoth produce some poo, making dusty liquid during emergence. And you see hole in the pupa, because this is just a shell of pupa. No moth inside. Moth is just emerged. So this pupa number 1, 2, and 3. All which are sitting here in this cage. I can show you just a collection with specimen with open wings for better understanding the structure. So you see here that specimen in collection. So you can see abdomen, or you see the sound. I just touched. You see stripes on abdomen. Nice second pair of wings. Very brightful. Antenna, skull. Picture of skull. This is disabled specimen, very small one, because of some kind of genetical problems. You see here second pair of wings with one black stripe, and here with 2 stripes. The same species, but with different variation and coloration. We see 2 stripes. What do you think moth is doing? Moth is sitting here. Moth is sitting here on my fist. And these are hawkmoths, just in collection. As I said, hawkmoths were not making cocoon, but I have some pupa I can show you. I can show you some other pupa. Some pupa were V1. These are very big pupa of Saturnia piri. which is bigger than that moth. So you can compare the size of pupa. Pupa is huge. Unfortunately, they just dried and they didn't survive. Moths didn't hatch from this pupa. But you can easily recognize mouth parts, head, antennae, even parts of wings, and tiny trachea for breathing, tracheal holes. But they didn't survive for some reasons. Maybe it was too hot, maybe too dry, or maybe any kind of disease. So they didn't survive. So these are pupa of different species. You see here, with fully grown moth inside, but she didn't come. Some skin after pupation, skin shells after pupation. I like this one because they're huge. What do you think about caterpillar? Yeah, my pet is sitting and watching. I want to show some other Hawkmoths in the collection. Hawkmoths and silk moth, as I promised. One another specimen. Wait a minute. Open. Give me the pupa. So you see. Moth, you see pupa is bigger than this one. This is another species. So this will be huge moth. You observe here another specimen, Acherontiatropus female. Beautiful specimen from Ukraine. One Catocola, Noctoide family. One tiny Licinidae family. Catocola is developing on poplar. Caterpillars living and feeding on poplar leaves. This is fat female. Big fat body with nice coloration. Two black stripes on hind wings. But what about Saturniidae family? Silk moths, we have them as well. Wait a minute. I open the back. So this is a Sphingidae family Hawkmoths, a Gerontiotropus. Next one is coming. Giant peacock moth, male. Caterpillars are growing on pear tree. Latin name Saturnia piri. So this is a male. Family Saturniidae. Oh, silk moth. Silk moth caterpillars were making cocoons. This is very characteristic. So we must make cocoon before pupation. Pupation is occurring inside cocoon. Cocoon is done for protection. Well-known cocoons like this one. It's a cocoon of silk moth. And cocoons of this moth are different one. I show you. This is rare species, which is named giant peacock moth, Saturnia piri, which was growing in artificial conditions in home laboratory for scientific purpose. And you see here what I said about cocoons. Cocoons are different. So these are cocoons of this moth with brown silk. And they are covered with some pieces of plants because they are pupating on tree or branch of tree. Brownish color, covered by leaves, silky cocoon with pupa inside. Some of them pupated successfully, some of them died. If they are just alive, they are moving inside, but these cocoons were dead, so they are becoming lighter. And this will be exit hole. We see brown silk. So this is natural silk. And this one is domesticated silk. Domesticated silk moths producing white silk. White, yellow, or even sometimes blue and pink silk. So this is another species which is domesticated and grown in China, in India, in Vietnam, and Japan for silk production, for silk industry. And this one is natural one of Saturnia piri. Natural. This one during emergence. Moths making some holes. So this is a hole after emergence of moth. Silk moth emerged. So this one is not used, cannot be used for silk production. For silk production I used before emergence. So usually all cocoons are boiled in hot water. So this one is done from one tiny silk. So this one is used for silk production, for silk industry, without hole. This one was also cultivated at home laboratory in Ukraine. These are natural silk moths, pupae. These are pupae of silk moth. Мы наблюдаем белые коконы тутового шелкопряда. Для тех, кто плохо понимает по-английски, это домашний вид, единственный вид насекомых. Одомашненные — это коконы одомашненного тутового шелкопряда с выходными вылетными отверстиями от бабочек. А вот такие коконы используются для производства шелка. Такого они вот размера, около 2 сантиметров длины. А вот это коконы бабочки большая грушовая сатурния или грушовая павлиноглазка, которые тоже сделаны из шелка, но из шелка твердого, коричневого цвета. Они не такие ровные, но зато вылетает бабочка полностью крылатая, делает тоже отсюда отверстие, размягчает кокон своими выделениями. У нее такой инстинкт. Сначала кокон размягчается, становится мягким, так же как и вот этот кокон белый, он очень твердый, его не проломать, не продавить. Бабочка разжижает его своими выделениями и протискивается через узкое отверстие, потом расправляет крылья. А из коричневого вылетает бабочка большой грушовой сатурнии. Он тоже плотный, твердый, хорошо защищает от хищников. Может быть, от мышки не защитит, от буразутка не защитит, но от белки, от сороки сливается с поверхностью растений, дерева, и кажется, что это кусочек дерева, кусочек коры. А внутри находится живая куколка, которая весной проходит последнюю трансформацию, так же, как из куколки тутового шелкопряда выводится бабочка. Тутовый шелкопряд у нас в другой коробочке, в большой не могу показать. А из вот этого коричневого кокона выводится вот такая огромная красивая бабочка. Или еще более крупная, это еще маленькая. Называемая грушовая павлиноглазка. По латыни Сатурния пири. Это энтомологическую коллекцию показываю вам. А белая бабочка называется бабочкой гарпия, которая тоже плетет очень плотный кокон из кусочков дерева, облепляет его, который тоже приспособлен к тому, к перезимовыванию под корой дерева. Очень плотный скорлупе, который тоже трудно заметить и хорошо приспособлен к защите от хищников. А мы наблюдаем здесь большую грушовую сатурнию. При разведении бабочек в домашних условиях их можно потом получить куколки в коконах и выпустить в природные условия для улучшения популяции. Потому что бабочки достаточно редкие. Если их выпустить в природе, в лес, на котором есть их кормовые растения, в том числе дикие груши, дикие яблони, в лесопосадках всегда такие встречаются, можно увеличить популяцию природную в том или ином регионе. Потому что бабочки крупные и очень хорошо поедаются насекомоядными птицами. Зато их можно развести в лаборатории и улучшить популяцию, возобновить популяцию. Взять природные потом экземпляры и развести тоже в лаборатории, которые будут более устойчивы, чем даже разведенные в лаборатории. Поэтому в лаборатории их разводят с научной целью изучения жизненного цикла. А это самец, у которого большие пушистые антенны, усики, которые нужны для поиска самки по запаху, по феромонам. Имеются такие круглые глаза. Недаром эта бабочка называется грушовая павлина-глазка, напоминает глаза павлина. Big eyes on wings. So the name is giant peacock moth. So I was talking about cocoon. Cocoon is very strong, which is making good protection for pupae. It's possible to breed them, breed caterpillars in artificial conditions at home laboratory, and then bring them back to the nature to restore a natural population. Cocoon is quite strong, difficult to squeeze, crush it, so making a good protection against all kind of predators. And here this is exit hole for images. Here this one is exit hole. Before images, moth is making kind of point P, making softening silk. After that, very young moth is squeezing through this hole and spreading wings gradually. These are cocoons of giant peacock moth, silk or Saturnia piri. And this is a male with big antennae, big eyes. Cocoons of other species are different. For example, cocoons of Actias luna are different. Of another species are different. These are eggs of Actias luna and very soft cocoons of another species named Actias luna or luna moth. Cocoon is very soft, very tiny. This species is also used for artificial breeding. Easy to breed it in the laboratory. Whitish brownish cocoon, but very soft. Moth is belonging also to the family Saturniidae, silk moth, but different one, Actias luna. And this one is Saturnia piri. Okay, today we had discussion about different silk moths, about hawkmoths, about Pollies. Thank you for coming to our stream. Thank you for participation. Did you forget to subscribe? Don't forget to subscribe. Did you press on like? Did you write your comment? Did you visit sponsorship page? Welcome. Did you forget to subscribe? If number of subscribers increasing, so it's good for promotion our channel for educational purpose. more people can watch us, more people can see video about insects, about entomology, about nature, about English, about nature protection, animals protection and nature conservation. This video I'm streaming directly from my laboratory in Kyiv, capital of Ukraine. This is silk moth, this is garpia moth, silk moth family Saturniidae, garpia moth Notodontidae, not many people asking questions this time. Did you forget to write comments? Did you subscribe? Welcome to subscribe. Welcome to Patreon page for foreign visitors for sponsorship. Visit my Monobank for Ukrainian visitors. Monobank for sponsorship. Monobank, this is a Monobank name of bank card for sponsorship. If you like to be sponsored, welcome to Monobank and to Patreon. Both ways are welcome. Some videos are closed and are available only for sponsors. Some video about grants, about fellowship, about expeditions, about methods of study, methods of collecting. Some interesting video about science are available only for sponsors. So welcome to be sponsor of my channel. A sponsor can make orders for some subjects of my new streams, new lectures. Welcome to become sponsor, and this is positive feedback and support for my stream, positive support for equipment, and positive support of my enthusiasm to create new videos. You're observing giant peacock moth male and garpia moth, Notodontidae family. Thank you for interest and curiosity. Thank you for being with us. Дякую, що були з нами. Для українських фоловерів, можливо, сторінка на Monobank, сторінка на Патреоні для спонсорів, Monobank карта. Принимаю ваши donation как feedback, support of enthusiasm in new videos, new equipment. If you are from foreign country, welcome to visit Patreon. Or buy me coffee page as well. But this is a rare case. Monobank is easiest way. And Patreon for continuing support for several months. So you're welcome. Thank you for being with us. Today we had a stream about Saturniidae, about Sphingidae, about Pollies, about pupa, about larvae and cocoons of Saturniidae, silk moths and Hawkmoths, Sphingidae, and also about Pollies culture. If you're interested in insects and some cultures of arthropods, write your comments in comment section and visit my next streams. Thank you for interest and curiosity. Don't forget to stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, help Ukraine, and don't forget Ukraine forever. Bye bye.